What is up and welcome back, guys. Today is day 3, I think, of the roof. I've kind of lost count already. Anyways, we're getting closer and closer to actually getting the rust off the Forester's roof. So, the last couple episodes, what we've done is we went ahead, grinded all the rust off, and then we went ahead, sanded that all down, and then primed it. So, let's take a look at where we are, and then I'll show you what we're doing today. Days, a lot of sanding, maybe some painting, I really don't know. It's supposed to rain, so you can't paint in the rain, but you can definitely wet sand in the rain, so we'll see how it goes. Anyways, let's check out what's on the roof of the Forester. Anyways, so there's all over rust spots, so quite a few, as you Subaru people know that it's pretty common. And this is what we're doing, we're sanding it down like here and here. So what we have is, I've already set up the stuff, is some 1000 grit in soapy water, and then a spray bottle of soapy water, if it works. There we go. So essentially we're wet sanding every one of these spots down here and then all along the roof. Now that this has been soaking enough in here, I think it's time to start sanding. So we're going to work on one of those. So what I'll do is I'll just spray it down with lots of water. You can't use enough water, and then just start sanding it. Just no pressure, and then you can see that it's actually taking off just a small portion of what we need. So there you go, you can see the outline of the actual filler, and then you can kind of just sand along the edges and get it all off. Also, by doing this, you're prepping the clear coat to be sprayed for the base. We still will sand it a little bit better, but it's still not too bad. So yeah, there it goes. And as you can see, the actual portion that needs to be filled with primer is still filled. So do this about 15 more times. Well, it's got a lot windier and a lot more cloudy, so the rain is definitely coming in. But as I said, we're wet sanding, so rain doesn't affect it that much. But what I've done is I've got half of it done already. So, done that whole side, so we can see that they're much more rounded than these like square spots. It's going really well, actually. They're quicker than grinding them down. I just sit on my roof and work away at them. But this is going to be a fun one, so I'm going to time lapse this, because if you look, these are way closer than the sanding. So I'm going to be doing this whole section, and then when I paint this whole section, I'm pretty sure I'm going to just put a mask off this area and paint this whole thing. So that's going to need wet sanding, but that's not really a big deal right now. So I'm going to start on this, and you guys can come along and see how much fun wet sanding is now. Curves on the car are a little more difficult than the rest of it. I definitely went through some spots, but what we're going to do is we're just going to take some primer and spray it on my piece of paper, then take a paintbrush and just fix the little spots here and there, so we do have some primer for the base coat. I'm not too worried because we will have something there, kind of, not really, can't tell you what it is exactly yet, but anyways, what we're doing now is we're going to continue along that. But here, let's see the final progress we made on that front. So it's not bad, and it's definitely smooth. You can feel the divots, which, I mean, this isn't high fill primer, so it makes sense. Really, I'm just trying to get the rust off. But yeah, as you can see, there's lots of little metal pieces. So what I'm going to do is take some primer and go dab them on here. This edge is a pain, and I don't really know what to do. So we might just have a little bit of paint on here, but I mean, it's not too bad. But yeah, we're getting there. We have this section and then that section, and then we're done. Hopefully before it rains, because as you've seen, I had my hood up because it was really windy. So I don't know how much time lapse I'll do after this, but this might be a little bit of a shorter video just for today, as we don't get to paint it today, but I guess next episode we will be painting it, so that's not too bad. So I'll see you guys somewhere. There we go. We finally have covered every single rust spot on the Forester. As you can tell, it's real windy. It's not painting weather, so I won't be painting today, as I said. But we got everything primed, and as you guys saw, I sanded it all down. There was some issues with some of the rounded corners, especially on the very front of the car, just because it's hard to get the foam on this guy to fit those curves, so you're kind of dug in a couple times, but I took my little paint cap, filled this up with paint, and then just dabbed some primer on there so that it's covered, and then when we paint it, there's no adhesion issues. So there we go. That's gonna be it for today, but we got that all done, and then next video we'll finally be actually painting this. So Adrian actually drove by, or biked by, and we were talking about how we're gonna paint this. And this is how we're going to cut up it into spaces. So this is all going to be coated because, well, there's so many spots here, it doesn't really matter. And might as well coat it because the paint on this Subarus aren't the best. And then for spots like this, we'll do a section of paint right here, and a section of paint right here, and a section of paint right here, so that we're not respraying the whole roof because I'm doing it with a rattle can, but we are getting good coverage and we can blend it with the roof, and then eventually we'll end up polish or wet sanding it. I have some 2000 grit over there. We'll 2000 grit it, polish it with cutting compound. Yeah, actually I got my ultra cut right here. I'm still using McGuire's, but I'll probably not this time. Next time when we do the STI for the next time, I'll pick up some better stuff, but that stuff works pretty well with a heavy cut pad, do the whole top of the roof, and then it'll be nice and protected, put some wax, some sealant on, and it'll be good to go. But that is gonna be it for today, so we're getting close. Day 4, we'll have all the paint done. Day 5 will actually be done because you gotta let the paint and clear sit, so yeah. We've got 2 more videos of this. Hopefully I'm able to edit them and get them out a little bit quicker than a week so you guys have some more content to watch while you guys are all at home like me. Anyways, that is going to be it for today. So as always, peace out and stay humble.